Welcome back to another episode of Disciplined Stoners. I'm your host, Ellevan.
My name is Winnie.
And we are the gateway drug to mindfulness. And today, we have a round tour.
So good. You guys are so in sync.
Thank you.
Bless you, bro.
We practiced 217 times.
Yeah, the first 216 times you got it wrong. He just smacks you.
Finally.
I said tone B or whatever. I don't know. Falsetto.
We do it fast and slow sometimes.
That was a slower one.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we slowed it right down.
Do you want to hear a fast one?
If you can do it.
Okay, ready?
Welcome to Disciplined Stoners, the gateway drug to mindfulness.
To think that we started this podcast to fight a stigma, only to uncover so much love that we realized that you can't put your energy anywhere but what you want.
Look deeper. Feel more. Tune in.
So much love. The Disciplined Stoners.
We're not here to distract ourselves.
The gateway drug to mindfulness.
We're here to learn. We're here to grow.
And welcome back to another episode of Disciplined Stoners. I'm your host, Ellevan.
My name is Winnie.
And we are the gateway drug to mindfulness. And today...
Oh, shit. Faster.
1, 2, 3.
And welcome back to
another episode of Disciplined Stoners. Hold on. Do it. Really try.
Okay,
1,
I'll try.
2, 3.
And welcome back to another episode of Disciplined Stoners. My name is Winnie.
And welcome back to another
you.
episode of Disciplined Stoners. My name is Ellevan.
And we're missing lots.
Today we have an incredible guest. He's around tour. He's been around tours. He's been around for more than 2 years.
2 years. That's what you're trying to say?
No, tour. I'm
He's
rhyming.
being a rapper.
I'm being rhyming right now. Okay, it's our brethren. It's our homie. It's your best friend. This guy is truly making a stake as a Toronto legend, bro. You just are. You just like your name rings bells in these streets.
Yeah, history is being made.
You are well loved. You are well desired as a comedian, and are just an awesome heart soul of a guy. Please get your joints up for our buddy Nitty Sak. Nitty Sak.
You guys are too kind.
Thank
you.
You're a gem, bro.
Yeah. And also, like, the start of your podcast, like the last time you were here on the show, was like this ripple effect of comedians wanting to be on the show.
You got us respect.
Yeah, I feel like I have this thing. I always thought it was like disrespect for a long time, that anytime I do something, everybody else starts to do it because they're like, oh, if this guy can do it, then it's
like,
easy. But then that's when that's early. You're in your own fucking
ego and shit.
Yeah.
And you're like go get your own ideas,
Yeah.
Also,
No,
don't follow.
It's cool.
But it's true. You do break through, and you do check it out. We know we've seen each other perform a lot, but like you are constantly, what Brandon Sopel said, is playing the game. Like you are invested your energy in checking it out. That's how I put it simply. So it's like, of course you're gonna find those things first. Of course you're gonna come.
I guess you got to, bro. I saw this is a fucking 14-year gap on my resume. This is all I can do. If not this, then I'm fucked.
And I think like the
attitude.
idea of looking around and being like, hey, what do you want to do? And then finding people who are doing what you want to do, and then doing what they're doing. I feel like that's kind of what happened on the pod. People are looking to you
for the pathway to success.
I'm happy that people are doing the pod. I'm not trying to say it in a negative way either. It brought me back to the feeling of like, is it that you make it look, not you guys, in whatever sense that that you can make it look easy and people are like, I can do that. Sometimes it's like,
maybe.
Man.
I think it's that you're the pathway to success.
Yeah,
I've done that before. Too. Like nobody was rap busking, and then I rap busked, and then I stopped, and then now there's like 4 people who rap busk.
All the time.
Because I bragged about how much money I made rap busking.
Yeah.
I don't think they're making the same amount of money because I have a little bit of a comedic trick that I do, but I know that they're expanding their career. So it's like people will just, if you find, and this is, the rap busking is 1 out of like 30 things I tried. 29 didn't work.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think people did see your avenues, whether it be us or whether it be, wherever you're pursuing. How do you make those choices? How do you follow your gut? Because I was saying earlier off camera, thank you. I'm sweating. I'm so nervous. I'm talking to Nitty. You have this intuitive sense to you that I dare call spiritual. I don't want to force that label on you, but how are you making these decisions as to what to do next? Because a lot of it is very natural. But like, say if you kind of just followed your heart onto the show in the first place, what are helping make your decisions of how to move forward?
Well, for the most part, it's things like I'm not in a position, nobody knows who I am. I'm not in a position to start saying no to things when nobody knows who the fuck I am.
Humble.
So, yeah, I'm going to try to do most things, and I actually I try to do everything because when I was early in the open mic scene, Dave Merhej was just like, he was the guy at the time, right? He's still the guy, but he was the guy in Toronto. And he just left the country, and I remember people telling me stories about him that this guy used to he should not only do open mics, he used to crash music open mics and say he was a musician.
Fuck yeah.
And then when it was his turn, he just do comedy, and then eventually they started banning comics, because he used to just go to any kind of open mic he
What
could
does
find.
this guy look like?
He's
Tall white guy?
He's like a Lebanese. He's bald. He's glasses. You've seen him.
Oh, the older guy.
He's not older.
But when you went on a trip, you guys were together, right? He's very funny. He's very like this.
Yeah.
But he's older than me.
Yeah,
No.
I think so. Yeah, he's older than me too.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know this guy. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the shit. So I was like, man, you just got to do everything.
Yeah.
Everything you can, and everything you want to do. But also what we were talking about earlier off camera, just you can't force anything. You have to let everything kind of happen. I wanted to, I always wanted to, I'm making my way to the States because I got my visa. I'm working over there now legally.
Woo!
But I always wanted to go out there, and I always said, you do a lot of things to kind of push it and try to make it happen, but then sometimes it doesn't happen, right? And then I always told myself, if I go to America, I'm going to go if I'm asked to be there. I'm never just going to, I didn't want to be another comic that just gives up everything and goes and has nothing and then just, withers away into whatever.
You're not willing to buy your own bullshit of what if. You're actually let me get on a wave that I'm at least creating where I can see. Same with me. I spent a lot of time just taking 3 months and going to LA and slugging it out and hoping something happens.
Yeah.
I always ended up in studios. I always ended up doing something cool, making good songs. But you're right. There's a lot of blind faith that people almost believe in themselves too much sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's that's cool, but you're not Jim Carrey yet. You gotta still build that. So it's been fascinating. It's been fucking fascinating to watch you fucking build this thing, and be calm about it, and reach something that I would call is undeniable. I think that's what at the end of the day, if you talk to fucking an artist selling out a stadium or somebody doing a little open mic, it's all we really got to focus on being as artists is undeniable. Can you get on stage and make people laugh? And wherever you go, that's going to serve you.
Hell yeah. I also, be undeniable. I personally don't feel like I'm there yet, but.
See, humble is good, though.
Okay, so I'm curious about this idea. We're listening to a lot of this channeler named Bashar lately, and the idea, he's all about following your passion with zero expectation, which is new, zero expectation of the outcome, which is new to me because I was always about goal setting and I'm going to hit this before I'm 30, and every time it didn't happen, I stopped goal setting eventually because every time it didn't happen, it really broke my heart. I felt like I was trying to manifest wrong or force something. But there is a balance between being confident and knowing that it's going to work out, and then completely releasing the how.
Yeah, well, that's something you got to. I struggle with every day too. But it's in meditation or patience, it's something you got to practice every day to get better at. But it's I don't know. I'm a big believer in letting the universe do its thing and work itself out. But then sometimes you're also trying to play God and trying to, like when giving yourself a 5-year goal and saying I have to do this in 5 years is an impossible thing to say because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You know, you can get that goal tomorrow, and then what do you?
You have all this time.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do?
What's after that? Yeah.
So it's just like you can have goals, but they don't have to be so specific. In like 5 years, I hope to continue be doing what I'm doing now, but making more money or whatever. How just
the
like,
better version.
Yeah,
totally.
Exactly. Right. And then just letting the universe, because the universe is always providing, but it's just you gotta accept that you can't block it. Right. And a lot of people just they do
and
that.
And
like
they try
pretty
to control.
Pretty much every time we kind of session and have a moment to hang, like you are always kind of not preaching, but you like it feels like
philosophical.
It feels like you've created this belief of like the universe provides. That's sort of like part of your system now.
Yeah, it has to.
Because I mean, let's talk about you.
'Cause who the
You
fuck
did
do you think you
a
are?
special. You shot a special last month, and you got severely injured a day before.
Yeah.
But you showed
your
up
special.
for it anyway.
Like what? But what the fuck's up with that though? Right? Like what's the energy around that? What's the universe being like? Did you have to learn a lesson in that moment?
bad do
Yeah,
you
it's
want
like
it?
how bad do you want it? And
Facts.
then you could they gave me the option of not doing it.
No.
They said if I wanted to, you're hurting, you don't have to do it. But I was so high on perks, I was like, I'll do anything. Now when I go back and think about it, I'm like, maybe I should have maybe I should have asked, because like I was so high that I was like
Really?
I was out of it. I couldn't remember where I was in my material.
From pills.
Yeah, I was on so many perks because it literally happened the day before. I couldn't walk the night before. Then my boy got me perks, and I was standing up straight, and I was on stage. And
Yeah.
Fuck.
But, so you're ready for America if you're popping perks.
Yeah, no. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I'll talk about that in a minute. But like I thinking back now, at first I was like, maybe I shouldn't have done it. But then there's also like, it's all an outlook. I mean, I can think about like it may not be me what I thought. Like I have this material down, and I thought what I was gonna do, but it didn't come out in the same way because I was all fucked up. But also it ended up being still pretty good, and I could look at it like, fuck, maybe I shouldn't have done it, or I could think of it like, I had my fucking through the wire moment. You know what I mean? Like, listen back to it in fucking 20 years and be like, man, I was fucked up on fucking Percocets when I recorded that. You know?
Dude.
Do you think because you're so good and so humble, like even just everything that you said today already,
You can't say it. That's such a weird thing to hear. Like I don't.
Accept being good and accept being humble at the same time.
Do you think? Well, what my question is do you
that.
think that do you believe that you'll get to a place where you're like, I'm the fucking goat?
You actually, I think about this all the time. Like, I've never in my life been really good at something. I've been good at shit, and there's some stuff like, like I used to be really good at math, and for like, I'm still good at math, but I haven't done math in forever. But like, growing up in school, I was like pretty fucking good at math, but there's always like, one or two kids that just do a little better than you. And like, I was good at basketball, but there's tons of kids better than you at basketball. Everything I was just good at, but never the best at. And that always it's a confidence thing I've always dealt with, whereas like, I'm not good enough at anything that I could say that this is what I'm good at, But then you start getting good at comedy and you're like, I'm pretty good. But then there's always like, okay, this is what straight up one of my favorite things in the world is Dragon Ball Z.
Yo. So you know about the energy charge drop.
Yes, and one of my favorite things that I take from that is the character Vegeta, okay? Because Vegeta's the fucking man, all right? He's one of the strongest guys in the universe, okay? But he'll never be as good as Goku.
Right.
Oh.
And that's something he has to deal with in every episode. But eventually he comes to the conclusion that it's okay, because there will always be somebody better than you. And it doesn't mean that does not take away from your greatness in any way, But there's just people better than you. There's people not as good as you, and they're still great. There's greatness in all levels. It's just
That's it.
But everybody has that feeling to want to be number one because of
Whatever.
of movies, TV. That's fucking the hero. Everybody wants to be the hero, but there's millions of heroes on all levels, and it's just.
And
I
we
don't know.
all
But
got-
that's an ego thing, you know? Everybody wants... It's hard to accept that, like, yo, I'm number 11, and that's okay. You know?
I am
You know,
number
that was
11, and
random
that's
too, you know what I
okay.
mean? But,
Thank
like,
you, bro.
That was like, or whatever. I'm number 3
needed
or
that
whatever.
today.
You know
Number
what I mean?
24.
Yeah, exactly. You know, whatever the number is, because everybody wants to be number 1, but like,
No, but what about also it's amazing, and I think there's wisdom in your humbleness in the way to say, like, I'm going to accept that Dave Chappelle is great, probably greater than me, and that's cool, like me learning from Eminem. It's like you always want someone better than you, so you can be like, damn, look how they handled that. Like, I never want to be at the top of the pyramid, because then it's like, who do you get inspiration from?
I agree.
And I feel like climbing up is probably more fun than coming back down.
Or being worried if you're at that top spot,
Yeah.
someone's going to take it. So that's a
Yeah.
great way just for our own fucking central nervous system. But I think what you've done, bro, is sure, you don't want to like take that top spot. There's even more power in the way that your special went down. I heard you talking about it like, oh, my material didn't come out. It didn't matter. You already won before you even stepped on stage because of all the people, all the other comedians, all the people that were mentally there with you, and you've energetically become like a safe space for people to focus on comedy through. It doesn't matter how good your material is to you, thinking like, fucking, of course, Drake is like, okay, this song resonates with people more than this song, but on my set tonight, I'm going to do this song. So it's like, it's about people celebrating you, what you've become. I feel like, especially in the ecosystem of what the comedy market is doing today, where Netflix decides to buy into an artist, that's why our homie Just Rain got his Crave show. You know what I'm saying? Like, people buy into the person. And you could feel the city of Toronto, everyone who's like in entertainment or comedian, when you're shooting your special, all the love. Everyone knew. Like, you didn't even know. People were talking about you.
Yeah.
Like, to us, like, positively. So,
Fuck yeah.
whether you're going, I'm going to be the number one, or is great. I'm going for number 8, but number 8 is fucking well liked and well celebrated. You know, it's almost more power in that because it's disarming. Because when you're going number 1 top spot, like I felt it let my ego talk for a minute, as the freestyle ego rapper.
really nice.
I've had rappers come for my head top at like a jam.
Yeah.
It's like, I gotta go against this guy. It's like, I don't even battle, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, but you're like, oh my God, I want to be Nitish's friend. Like, you know, and then you're also great. Like, you're clearly great.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome. So, yeah, I'm not going to keep hitting you with fucking compliments because I know it makes you uncomfortable, but I'm saying that's actually brilliant.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. There's, and especially in comedy, like, what do you mean you're number 1? There's so many different styles of comedy.
There is
It's
no
like,
number 1, really. It's all
Yeah,
subjective.
everything is crazy. You can be someone's GOAT and someone's fucking worst at the same time, right? But it's
That's
fun.
yeah.
And honestly,
Wow.
fuck everyone's opinion. Who cares?
That's so fucking true.
I'm having fun doing it, and I just want to continue doing it, and I hope in some capacity I can make a living doing it.
That's it.
You know what I mean? That's it.
That's a clarity.
Have you observed yourself transform in your comedy style throughout your career so far?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like when I started, I was like, you know, basically doing what Russell Peters did. And then you start finding your own voice and you go on a journey to find your voice. And that's a journey of life. You just start doing, you know, I was in a relationship that I was in for a long time. Then I got out of it in my prime time of comedy, like, I don't know, year 4 to fucking 8 or whatever, you know what I mean? And then just fucking around, doing a whole bunch of shit, doing drugs, you know?
Yeah.
You turn into a different person. And then as you evolve, your comedy evolves, you know? That's why it's like ever changing. I think there's always an opportunity to get better. That's why I just want to get better. And I think that's the only benefits of, you know, aging, I guess, is that I'm going to get a chance to get better.
Yeah.
You know? Like, there's some people want to be, you know, I started when I was 19 years old. I'm fucking 33, you know?
Wow.
And when I was 19 and I started, you better believe I had a 5-year goal. And in that 5 years, I was going to be headlining Caroline's already. I was going to be in America, a fucking superstar, you know?
Yeah.
But life definitely did not go the way I thought it would go in any way. But I also didn't see myself falling in love with the art of comedy this much, where I'm 14 years into it thinking, I didn't get anything that I dreamed of, but I'm still fucking here doing it, you know?
Oh, you're fucked, bro. You can't do anything else.
Yeah.
I'm
and
so
it's
proud
the
of you.
best, you know?
That's
Thanks,
like
bro.
it's not only the fact that you're getting good mechanically, like as you say, I just pray to keep doing it basically. Like that's just so much fun. But like your human evolution to find that attitude of awareness is like worth so much points in your consciousness. You know, like so much more of a expansive space to understand yourself from than trying to hold yourself against your dreams. Like we're reading this book right now called 10x is easier than 2x. And it has this concept called measuring the gap and measuring the gain. So when we measure the gap, we say, like I told myself I was gonna stop rapping at 30 because this shit is corny. Like to me, like as a 22-year-old man, I was like, fuck that. Like, especially those guys aren't in mansions. Like, that's bullshit. But it's like, to your point, it's not about me saying I'm not a Grammy-winning artist. It's about me saying, like you're saying, I kept going. I got to learn more about myself as a person through this craft. Look at all the great people I got to meet because of doing this craft. So that's measuring the gain, like what you got from it, as opposed to measuring the gap of like what your expectation wasn't met yet, or you're against yourself. Whereas like it's all a perspective.
Yeah, glass half full, glass
Exactly.
half empty, or fucking get a smaller glass. I don't know.
That's what I'm
Why is your
saying.
glass so big?
Yeah.
You know?
Why don't you fucking fix your glass? Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, so I mean, that's the perspective switch. There's longevity in that. There's sustainability in that.
I think that's also, I like to give credit to that too. Like, I don't know, man. I did mushrooms when I was 17 years old, you know?
Shit.
And I did like 7 grams.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
And it honestly flipped my life upside down. And since that day, I'm still on a never-ending journey to figure out what's up. You know? It piqued my something's going on, and I'm just not. You know, I didn't know what was going on. I wouldn't say that that's what I thought at that point, because when I did it then, I was like, God's not real. You know? But now, like, it's just a journey that I'm like, I don't know. I've been on some. And I wouldn't say it's all psychedelics. Psychedelics help, you know.
Yeah.
I've gone on some deep journeys, but even in life now, it's just, you know, you sit there, you're just like, sometimes you're watching TV and you don't even realize I'm not watching TV anymore. I'm just fucking thinking about, I don't know, how space is so fucking spacey and shit.
Dude,
you know?
I fucking feel you.
What the fuck is going on up there?
I feel you.
You know?
Same.
You think about it like, what is reality? That's basically the core question, I think, when you lift that veil with psychedelics or meditation or however you get there, is like, what?
Do you think it,
What?
Do you-
And then you look down like, and I'm changing? Sorry, what?
do you think there is an answer that would satisfy humans? Is it something that can be articulated in words, do you think?
I don't think so. I mean, I think there's some things that we can know, but I mean, like, I think supreme understanding to just like regular people, I don't know.
Like,
I mean,
doesn't make sense.
I think we would all benefit of knowing what our purpose and what everything is. But then there's also like, if everybody knew, it would become maybe so generalized that people wouldn't care.
Yeah, like, would you do
That's nice.
that's an interesting question. What would you do differently if you were told this is your purpose?
Well, think about this. Everything you think, how the world will react to things, especially we're learning now how fast news comes out. Like, there's people out there who care, but there's a lot of people who don't give a fuck about what happened at Epstein or whatever, and never will ask that question again. This Diddy shit might get thrown under the rug, and nobody will ever talk about it in 2 weeks again. Who knows? You know? So maybe it's some, we found out the supreme meaning of everything. And then, all right.
It would just be headline news. Next.
But interest rates are still going up next week.
Yeah, that's
Or
what I
whatever.
mean, right?
So-
Like, we'd still be human.
You'd hope so.
Well,
I mean, you'd hope. I don't know. You hope people would just be nicer. And then, you know what? Interest rates are going down forever.
Yes. Well, I think, yeah, if
They
everybody...
don't exist anymore. No more interest rates.
It poses a really good question. This conversation is, if everyone was living their purpose, would the world still move? Would there still be stewardesses? Would there still be people working at Tim Hortons? This structure doesn't serve that.
I think even the structure we live in now could even continue to survive if everybody just acted with kindness or with good intention first.
It would evolve drastically, this world.
But I think that's just...
Do you
I think that's the basis to all spirituality and understanding. I think it's just good energy, kindness.
And peace, because you have peace in your heart. So how could you want to disrupt
any other piece?
You ever notice 50 Cent has this great clip? He's like, I can't say the whole phrase, but I'm going to say
that
my
part
way.
loudest.
people, other guys. A general term for groups of people who are my type of people. I'll say
What are they?
whiteys. He's like, you ever notice that the whiteys who ain't got nothing going on are the ones trying to beef with people? He's like, if a whitey got something, if somebody has something going on and their own shit going, why am I gonna fucking dip down and try and fuck with someone else and bring shit to drama to their life? It's like you always notice that people with their own success also wish and transmit peace for others, like true success, not like momentary trying to stay in the headlines influencer success, like act like somebody who's has their groundedness in it. It's like, great, do your thing. I'm doing my thing. Like, do your thing. Like, peace upon peace. Like, all good. And I think that's the turbulence that this structure does create in people's hearts, where they can't even, like, say when I'm traveling on an airplane or something, and I overhear groups of people almost mock, like, your 9-to-5ers average, and bless them because we need them. Humble says to me one time, "Who do you think's listening to your music, bro?" It's like fucking people in their cars on the way to work with jobs they hate. So bless you, I love you. But like,
hater bitches marry hater motherfuckers
and have hater kids.
You know what it is.
Baby. Man. So I hear them almost mockingly, I've heard this several times, be like, yeah, like what do you know your purpose? Like what do you living your dream? Like, oh, must be nice. Like that's common. That's what but then when I'm around, that's just so shocking to me when I'm around my people, when I'm having a sesh, when I'm around fellow artists, it's like, yeah, we're all trying our best. We actually are, like, earnestly trying to, like, hopefully serve to your highest degree. I feel like just being a professional will drag your ass up to, like, no fucking excuses. Like, show up, which is brings you in alignment with your purpose.
Yeah.
Accidental spirituality, doing to just have to survive. Like,
yeah, man.
fuck. Because if you're on stage night after night after night after night, you gotta eventually ask yourself.
Bro's been hogging your joint.
No, it's okay.
I'm sorry,
I smoked a fab lump before I got here too. So if anybody,
Yeah, I want some more of this.
It's so delicious.
It's
This
so
is pink.
delicious.
Astro pink.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Anyway, I always go to a fluffy place, but
No, what? Would you say that you are more often in a place of what I call response instead of reaction? Meaning, like when someone does something out in the street that you as a person morally or for some reason, whatever, disagree with, are like, you would look at that and you're like, I'm not ever going to do what that person's doing right now. Would you say you respond where you're like, but also like he's an expression of consciousness and I'm going to let him live in his peace? Or do you react and you're like, get the fuck out of my face?
I think I'm a little bit of both.
Yeah.
It depends how close you get to my face.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
at first, I'm like, look at that. Look at the universe, man.
Yeah.
Yo, the universe too close, dog. Back the fuck up. But yeah, no, I'm
Or like in simpler, that was kind of an extreme example.
no, but I've often like I remember moments where like I remember smoking weed with my younger cousin maybe like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. We're outside. I was at an open mic. He came to watch, and we're just smoking weed outside my car. He was wasted, and then he's laughing. We're having a good time. But then there's this like, it was like nighttime, and there was this guy, this old guy walking across the street, but he was like walking all fucked up and like mumbling and shit. But didn't look like a crackhead, just like, you know, just like he was like super drunk. And I remember my cousin was making fun of him, and we laughed. And then for a second, I was like, "Yo, but actually, we don't even know what the fuck's going on with that guy." You know what I'm saying? And I remember we both sat there in silence for a minute after, like I just ruined the vibe, you know. But in that moment, I think about that all the time, where it's like maybe it's not an instant. Like the only time I'll you know, I don't know. I have to know you to make fun of you.
That's nice.
You know, that's like if I don't really know somebody, I'm not.
God, you've got a good heart.
I know.
You just
But
like
then-
I
but
feel like
that-
I'm
no, but
about
that-
to cry.
Yeah, you
No, but
have a
that's-
moral compass. I can depend on you to be the moral compass.
No,
of
but
the
it's
group.
bad. But it's bad because sometimes like there's young comics that I make fun of, and they take it so negatively.
Yeah.
You know, and they think I'm an asshole. There's a lot of people who think I'm an asshole. But
No.
it's like it's because I like you and I feel comfortable enough to know you that I would do that. I say that.
I observe that, and you know what? It's so healthy for them, for a younger, like not to just be, to have an OG ride your dick isn't good for your growth. So
Yeah.
to have someone acclimate you in kind, because that's what comedians do.
Yeah.
Like that's like funny ass shit. Like I heard on Drink Champs, Memphis Bleak was talking about how Jay-Z sends him messages. He's like, "Hey, what's your broke ass doing? You just out here making no money?" Like like they're fucking boys breaking each other balls.
Yeah.
You know, that's fun to treat someone, especially a younger cat, with like
But everyone's so sensitive now too, so it's like, man,
they
I
got to
don't
get
even
over
know.
that if they want to be a comedian, though, bro.
Yeah, I get it. Everyone is so sensitive.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
How do you
How are you
navigate that?
navigating that?
I don't know.
And
Just
do you
getting
want
in
some
trouble
ginger
sometimes.
kombucha?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Thank you. But yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them. Like honestly,
It sucks. It sucks. Sometimes you're like, man, it's people that you would never expect or people you'd never want
Yeah.
to be upset with you, but people get upset and then you're like, fuck, man, I don't know. Sorry, but
You really got to be trying to be
Yeah.
upset with people if they're upset with you.
no,
Is
I'm
this?
sorry.
I'm good too. I'm gonna chill out for a second. Is this when you're? I'm gonna pry a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like personal relationships about jokes that like your loved ones are not fucking with, or are you talking about just like general audience right now when you said that?
I think all people, general terms. I've had my sister's gotten mad at me for jokes I've told. You know, but that's different because I can like, you know, it's my sister and I'd be like, come on, guy, whatever. You know, I could respond in a real way.
Yeah.
Where it's like someone you don't know on Instagram. I usually don't respond to hateful comments or if someone who's trying to be negative. I just leave it alone. I'll respond to the positive comments. You know, I just don't want to engage. I don't want to.
Do you delete them?
No, I don't delete them. They can sit there. I don't give a fuck. I let other people fight those battles. I don't need to fight the battle. You know, there's always someone who comes in and fights. I'm like, then I get to enjoy watching it. But I don't need to be a part of that. You know, I just don't like confrontation, and I don't think it's needed. I think it's very unnecessary, and I think with the right communication in most options, you can avoid it. You know. But also, you know, you should try to, that's why I'm trying to be healthy and get in the gym, be physically fit, because some people, you know, you don't want to be a weak, fragile person.
No.
You know? So
when you say you don't like confrontation, are you
love
meaning
that.
more physical or like because I've been
in
learning,
all terms.
Okay.
Physical, I don't want to be in an argument, screaming, I don't want to raise my voice. I don't
It's not
want
worth
to, I don't
it.
want to get yelled at.
Yeah.
You know? I don't
You
wanna-
got to manifest
What
special
about-
things, bro. You're on your journey. We're on a nice journey towards our dreams here, or whatever the fuck that good version of life may feel like. You don't got time to fuck with your vibration.
Yeah.
Like it's a side stopped
Yeah.
pit that's not worth it.
The thing is, the universe is throwing you 100 different vibrations constantly to fuck with it.
And you choose.
And yeah, but it's hard, and you got to stay on one, but it's hard.
It's
hard.
very
Yeah,
hard.
it's hard, but it's a daily thing, and it's like it's not
That,
just like
I admire you
yeah,
so
some
much
days
for
it's
that.
not like that, you know.
You come across as though you manage your peace in your heart very well.
I try to, but I'm like
You're a
everybody
person
else,
too.
you know. Sometimes I'm in a bad mood, and I'm like, fuck, man, do I have diabetes? Is my blood pressure low? Why am I so angry?
But that awareness, though,
You
that
know?
mushroom trip blessed you with that awareness to have that sentientness to break past your initial, like, whatever you're bringing to the surface, I'm saying. I know there's stuff going on inside, but whatever you're bringing to the surface, that's fucking solid. Sorry, Win.
Thank you.
You just changed my life because your words hit me very impactfully inside my body. This visualization, you said the universe is giving you 1,000 vibrations to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to file through.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And be like, where? And that's
Yeah.
that really, I think that's going to help me in times of anger and or
Yeah,
impatience.
You choose everything. You choose. But no, I'm okay. Thank you.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, it's fucking. Life is a vibe. And you just like I don't know, try to ride it. You know, try to find the right one. And sometimes it's ever changing, right? But there's like I had this talk. I was talking with my boy the other day, and we were like, this is a guy who's like he's completely sober. You know, he's gone through the system or whatever. What do you call it? 12 steps. He's
Nice.
a program. Yeah, and he's talking about how like never. I forgot how the conversation started, but we were talking about never doing drugs again, and like us like how I don't know how to describe this conversation. Like people aim to feel like when people do drugs to feel to not feel things. You know what I mean? Like to dull shit out.
Yeah.
Like I don't really try to do drugs. I try to live with zero emotion in my natural life. You know, like obviously you deal with things and you feel happy and sad and you deal always, but I feel like a lot of that is like manufactured. So like I try to live my life as like I'm not aiming for happiness. You know what I mean? Because if there's happiness, there's always the opposite of it. As above, so below. So if there's happiness, then there's sadness somewhere murky waiting. You know.
But if you stay,
if you stay in the middle and just be okay, and you're just okay. The opposite of okay is just okay. You know what I mean? Just in the middle. There's no opposite. There's no other effect when you're in the center.
That's so
know?
genius. Stay at zero. Stay at peace.
Yeah. So then nothing gets your emotion. I don't get too excited by anything, and I don't get too down by anything. And then that way there's an even balance. But then like I really like doing acid because when I do acid, I'm kind of outside of that, and I'm like. I can have those like I care more what people are saying. You know what I mean? I've invested more in small conversations and small talk.
Because everything's a miracle.
And yeah, and I'm like like even my girl will say all the time like when you're on acid you're so much more fun to talk to. I don't know. I'm just I don't know. I get it.
I should have brought some acid today.
No, I have. We'll talk after. I have some fantastic stuff for you.
Sick.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to experience acid with you on acid.
Yeah, fuck, man. It's just fun. We just talk shit. But like when I do that, I feel like I'm getting those emotions that I kind of block out in my everyday.
Ooh.
So I get to like really get into that and like just feel like, oh man, like even like when I hear a joke and I'm on acid, man, I'll fucking laugh. You know? But in natural, like when I hear a joke and it's funny and it makes me laugh, I'm like, huh. But in my head, I'm like, damn, good joke. Or I'm processing it and and I'm breaking it down in such a different way. But it's
more of this.
Do you think?
I feel you about that. It's like working at a restaurant. You can't ever quite go to a restaurant again without thinking about what type of napkins, the forks, how it's put out. It's like now when you're a comedian, you listen to jokes, you're like, oh, I'm behind the curtain. I can't unsee. But drugs are great.
It's cool to see where people...
Isn't it? Well, you see their kung fu style. That's like the theology of Wu-Tang. It's like all the rappers had different type of approach to their melodies and their voice and stuff. I feel like that comics have that too. Like there's the storyteller, the one-liners, right? And it's all for me synesthesically a different hue, a different color.
But even though there's so many styles, I think the complexity of it comes, the better it gets is like whatever the style is surprise. When no one knows, when I'll sit there and listen to comedy and like in my head I'm guessing the punchline, trying to guess the punchline before it gets there. And 8 out of 10 times you get it, you know what I mean? Because you're like, they're taking low-hanging fruit. But then there's some comics who are like, oh shit, you got an apple from behind the tree, bro. You know? Like, how did you, that's so cool the way you thought of that, you know?
Yeah.
And then a real master like Dave can throw it in your face and show it to you first, and then do it and then I kicked her in the pussy, right? Like he's like, and by the end of the show, I'm gonna make this funny, and then you completely forget about it.
Yeah, that special
and
was crazy.
You used a really good word just now. I'd love to pick your brain on this, especially for comedians workshopping this guy right now. You said surprise. Mm-hmm. That I agree. So much is around that when it comes to just actually the money shot of making people laugh.
For sure, the punchline.
It's
that's
the
what,
surprise.
subtitles have actually ruined everything. Because like
fucking
on TV,
yes.
when you watch it on TV or when you watch it
Yes.
on wherever,
Don't tell me.
it's ruining because it's always a line ahead.
Don't
so
tell
it's-
me.
So you laugh a little less harder.
I just understood that making my own clips, my own reels as of recently, where I was like, oh, you can't just let captions be captions because it's going to tell the punchline before you tell the punchline. So I have to go in and manufacture.
But then when you do word for word, some people are like, it went too fast.
Yeah,
I can't
know.
read it. Yeah.
You can't win.
Yeah, those clips, this is something we've been, as far as like a timeline of consciousness, like, oh, and this time they had these struggles, and then this time they had these. As a comedian, you can't market yourself if you're not doing fucking real clips with like figuring out that art. Like, say for the podcast for this, I'll make a clip
we
out of
feel
this.
that?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Heater upper, baby.
Right.
You deserve it. You're a king. So I'm just like, these fucking clips that we now have to do and market and like pay Meta to show people. And you've done so good with those.
It's not okay, man. You know what it feels like? I've probably posted 200 clips. Like only 3 have gotten more than 10,000, and maybe like 2 have gotten more than 40,000 views.
Consistent though,
And it's
and
like
it
so
matters.
frustrating. You do this shit, and you're like, "Oh man, this is one of my best jokes," and then you're like, "Oh shit!"
And it gets way less.
4,000 views.
I know, bro. Trust me.
Am I
dude.
not good?
No.
And then you sit
Also,
there,
though-
and then you're like, "Oh shit!
no, bro. It's,
Nobody loves me."
it's not a reflection of that. It's
Do you
not.
repost? Like, are you taking clips
Yeah,
that you've
reuse
posted
them.
before and then try and post them
Not
again at a
really.
different time?
Yeah, you
I
do
think
that.
that's
the trick.
that feels like, to me, that feels like cringy. Like, oh, I'm trying to like make this blow up, but
But
at
no,
the same
you
time,
gotta
I
do it
think-
because, like, listen, if you're doing comedy, I also think it like this, man. Like, before all this real shit started happening, where everybody started posting their clips. When I started coming up in comedy, anyway, Facebook, even Instagram, like. The big thing was you post on Facebook or Instagram, I will be here tonight doing this show. Every
Yes.
single show you did.
Yes.
Oh, that's
And
Facebook.
then that's how we did it. And then now people are like, I don't want to post this clip from last night's show because, then people have seen it. But I want you to imagine that, like, every time you did a show on Facebook, that what would have happened if everybody came out to every show?
Yeah.
By the second show, you're repeating jokes to the same people because you're inviting them all. So treat it the same way. Put a joke out there. Fucking some people may see it, some people may not. And hopefully the next time they see it, you'll do it. You're doing it better.
Yeah.
Like, don't be afraid to fucking post shit. And then when you have it better, go back and fucking delete the old video.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that. Yeah, don't
Fuck
be
'em.
afraid. Yeah, fuck them. Like,
Fuck people, man.
And-
Anyone who judges you for something is insecure about something on their own end. And that includes yourself. I catch myself judging people all the time, and then it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. And then you're like, oh, no. Oh, no.
Bro, you use your self-awareness to become better.
Fuck.
After you get past that, though, you're like, that was very interesting. You
Yeah, and
kind
then
of,
you're like, I'm going to
therapied
try
yourself.
not to be that person in this situation again. Then you judge them again. It's a never-ending cycle. And then you're just trying to... But over time, you start going through that less. It's like bombing less.
I've been...
At
You
least
still
you're-
bomb forever, but it'll just be less.
At
far,
least
far
you're
between.
aware of it. And it goes from you're good 10% of the time and you suck 90% of the time. Like, you judge the guy getting out of the Ferrari because he's a rich asshole, but secretly you want to be a rich asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, at least you carry that awareness into the next time, and then your ratio goes 20%, 80%. And I feel like life's about just those baby steps. And
Yeah,
the same
man.
with bombing. Like, I remember first hitting open mics, I always get a reaction, but like, I would just focus on one person and like basically attack everyone else. And now my goal is to like get everyone somehow. Not everyone's gonna like you, just point blank for no reason. Sometimes people aren't gonna like you. So like, just forget about that 10%. Don't attack anyone. Try and keep that 90% and just like bring harmony somehow. So it's like, yeah, you slowly get better. And like, that again is just using your craft to fucking better yourself as a person. Like what you just said about the judgment. It's like, that's so brilliant. I don't know if people can even get there because they're not even willing to call themselves out on judging.
Yeah, I know.
They're just saying that person's wrong because it makes me feel weird. That's basically where most people are.
Yeah.
And then you're going, oh, what is that feeling I'm creating in my body about that person? Oh, that leads to my awareness of, Oh no! Yeah, that's gonna be a clip, bro. Like, holy shit, man! Holy fucking
fuck.
shit!
It's just, I don't know, man. Everybody's fucking doing it. Everyone's going through it, and we all fucking hate each other.
But we
Are you having?
But we are each other, you know.
we are each other, man.
I love that. Are you having a good time mostly?
What do you mean?
Well, just
Like right now?
Yeah, like right now in this
Having a
podcast.
good time.
Sick.
Nice.
But
And
you mean
then
like just like in life?
too? Yeah.
I think so. I don't know. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, man, wish I was doing something exciting. But then you're doing exciting shit, and you're like,
I wish I could.
how exciting is this, really? You know, this is the exciting that I wanted. It's just, I don't know, man. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You're
Sometimes
pretty even keel.
I've gone through depression. I've gone through bouts of happiness, you know, and it's just one thing I've realized is that as long as you keep waking up, that fucking wheel has to keep spinning. So fucking start moving those legs, you know, because this wheel needs fucking turning.
And
And if you
physical
don't turn it,
work
it's gonna keep
too
turning
is
without
so
you, and it
nice
sucks.
for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, for sure.
Movement. Oh man.
Yeah, a
Love
little
it.
bit of hard labor, and that doesn't mean like going to fucking make shoes in China or whatever. I mean, like, you know, just fucking be out there and lift something heavy, have fun. You can do it with your friends, and then fucking having friends and just good people around you. It's all a mindset, yo. You can be 40 with a fucking 90-year-old attitude, you know.
Yo, what you just said, man, I'm gonna play so much of that back when I'm in a dark space. Well done, thank you. But the quality of the relationships that you have in your life, that is wealth. I feel.
Yeah, man.
That is wealth. Like, you can just be, like you said, there's sometimes when you're at those moments where you think like, okay, this is my gig, like I'm killing it, like I'm out here, and then you're right, you take a moment to step away for yourself, and you're like, okay, just anxiety-induced like crowd chatting right now. So after your gig, like this is what you were dreaming about the whole time. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
exactly.
there's free champagne everywhere, and you're just like, very good though, but I still have to take a shit.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
like
you who you are will always be with you in those situations. So you're like, oh, imagine if I was in this situation. Yeah, but you are still gonna be there. You nervous, fucking anxiety-filled piece of shit. You're gonna be in that situation too, you know. So
I wish I
have
was-
fun.
I wish I was at the club with Drake. No, you don't. Do you know how fucking awkward it is? Because like you're not, and like how, like no, like stop fucking complaining about now, because right now is actually fucking the shit. And so many people just get.
Yeah, and you can have the most fun. You can, yeah, it's just working on yourself, and that's hard. Everybody's trying to do it. I guess everybody's trying to figure it out, right?
But imagine all of the people when you're sitting there, like as yourself saying, I'm not shit, I should be somewhere. Do you know how many people are like, if I was with Nitish right now, that'd be amazing. You know what I mean? Like how many
I don't even want to be with me.
But you know what I mean? Like I'm saying, like Dave Chappelle has that moment. Like how
Yeah,
exciting
yeah.
would it be for me just to sit next to Kanye West? Like, but he's by himself sometimes saying like, I'm just me. Like,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
like you're exciting
yeah,
to people,
yeah.
and it's always so we always kind of hold something
But that's
apart
the
from
thing.
ourselves.
Never meet your idols or heroes or friends or people that you look up
Yeah.
to. Never meet them. You're just gonna be disappointed.
Because they're just people
That's
too.
100% true.
Yeah.
They're just
You know,
people too.
When I remember one time in my like early, maybe like, I don't know, 10 years ago, I had just broken up with this girl, and you know, I was having fun. I was free for the first time in a long time. I was Vape on the Lake days. I remember I was doing a show, and after one night, I had a really good set. I went outside to smoke a cigarette, and this girl came outside, and we hit it off. We started talking, right, and then.
How do you not hit it off with people?
And then sometimes, bro. just being weird. And then I remember, whatever, we hit it off, we started talking, and then one day I went out. She lived in Oakville. I went to Oakville to hang out with her. And when I got there, she was hanging out with a bunch of her friends. And then one of the guys, I think he didn't like me because he also liked that girl. There was just a weird vibe I was getting from him. But I remember his phone rang during the sesh, and he picks up the phone and he goes, oh, whatever. It was, yo, guess what? You'll never believe who we're hanging out with. And he goes, who? He goes, yo, Nitty, that comedian from Vape on the Lake. And then there's a pause. And he goes, no, he's not that funny in real life. right in front of me.
Oh my god!
I just remember on the inside being like, what the fuck? That's so funny. Because but people think because you're a
That's
comedian that
shocking.
you're
All
gonna be
the
so
time.
fun, and then
Bro, people's
I'm the most boring guy you'll ever meet in your life, dude.
no, that I
But
love
I think that's fun though.
chilling.
Yeah.
Chilling is fun because it gives you time to think, and then when you go on stage, you can kill it. I mean, that is so true about pulling back the curtain and like not really getting the answer that you want. I for sure always say like, I'm much better on stage to digest, even though it's big, because like as a person, it's like holy fucking shit when he can tell you about it. It's insane. It's quite the ride.
Yeah.
It's good to have that awareness, though, bro. That's so nice.
The last time, I don't know if you remember, you were on, and I asked you like, "What's next?" And you were like, "I really like want to figure out like what it is I want to say." That's what you said the last time that we were here. What's up? What progress on that? Is that something?
I think it's forever changing.
Yeah.
But also it's as I figure out more and learn more, the more I want to talk about. Like, so I just finished recording that album, and I hurt my back a day before that. So now it's probably been like 3.5 weeks since that day, and I've probably done 4 sets since then. You know,
Shit.
I haven't been out doing too much comedy. You know, I just can't.
Yeah.
I went to Newfoundland for a week. Wasn't doing
Hey!
comedy out there. Like I just.
Where'd you
I'm
play in
moved.
Newfoundland?
I went to go see Paul, so I just did one show at Aaron's Pub.
Aaron's!
Yeah.
My cousin performs at Aaron's
Yeah,
every
fuck
week,
yeah.
and she did Aaron's. I love that.
Yeah, and then so I haven't really been doing comedy in the last little bit, which I really miss, and it sucks because it's not what I expected on my way out.
Yeah.
You know, but it's fine. I'm figuring that I haven't even been thinking about comedy, which is kind of nice. I'm just I have so much other shit going on.
And you
Yeah.
got a full fucking. You got a special shot.
Yeah, but
So-
in that time, the only new thing I'm working on is being on Percocets. I'm talking about it would give me no emotion, so I understand why there's so many people in the world who are doing Percocets. You know,
Yeah.
because it makes you feel nothing, not just
Yeah.
pain, like it's like emotional
Heart.
pain,
Yeah.
everything. You feel nothing. I was like, I felt nothing. I had to record my special. Like that's what I mean. Like it was tough. You
Yeah.
know, there's no emotion behind anything. So I watched World War II in color on Percocets. Right? I watched the whole fucking docuseries while I was lying on my back, and so I'm just trying to I watched that all with no bias. You know what I mean? I didn't go into it with any agenda. You know, I was just watching it, and I was just I learned so much. I'm working on bits about it.
Do you?
There's so much that they told us in grade 6 about this war, but I'm in grade 6. I'm horny. What do you mean?
Yo, I
I'm not gonna
know.
remember.
I'm not focusing on
Yeah,
this.
but now I'm learning so much more. You know?
I
It's
agree.
just-
I
it's
just watched a
different.
documentary on Italian architecture.
I
And
bet you it was interesting,
it
and you would
was
never have
so
watched
interesting.
it 10 years or whenever when you were in grade
Absolutely.
6.
Yeah. As many. Yeah, probably 20. Fuck. You're
That's
cool.
so beautiful, man. Yeah, dude. Congratulations
Do
on the
you-
frequency you're living your life in.
Do you have any
Thanks.
Do you have any advice for comedians? Maybe not even starting out, just any advice at all for comedians.
Yeah. Just keep doing it. Don't take advice from anybody. You know? Everybody's on a different journey. Just keep trying. Just keep trying. Don't give up. Some days you're going to suck. Some days you're going to be amazing. Some days you're going to feel like you're just a mediocre nobody. So what? Just keep doing it and keep trying, and eventually you'll get better. Just don't keep doing the same thing all the time. You can,
That's what also I going back to the reels thing is I've been posting more stuff than I want to because well, this is my good stuff, or whatever. But then it just forces you to write more shit.
Absolutely.
And
also,
we'll get better stuff then.
if you're a newer comedian, it's so much. I've been doing this for the 13 plus years. How long you been doing it?
3.
Yeah. So we're talking about I literally, even though I go on stage, I have a pocket full of jokes,
Yeah.
10 years more than you. So you don't try to keep up with anybody or compete with anybody. If you content is like they tell you keep posting content, but who says that?
Yeah.
Post something else. If you post, keep recording your shit and doing it. But if you feel it's not there, or it's not ready, and because you've only been doing it for 3 years, and if it's your,
Yeah.
don't put that pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
If it's not ready or you don't feel it is, there's no pressure to drop it. Fucking
Yeah.
just drop a selfie and you'll fucking be fine.
Yo, that's so
Thank you.
true.
Yeah.
Yo, bless. When you're taking those leaps to change, I love that you said don't keep doing the same thing. And then you elaborated just now a little bit, but like it can be really hard to let go of the habit and to like choose something new. Where in your journey do you look for inspiration to make the next move from? Because you have this beautiful philosophy of like letting the universe kind of do its thing. But also, yeah, you got to check yourself on when your actions aren't taking you to that next space. So like, what's your process of challenging yourself to try something new?
Joke-wise?
Sure, anything, even just like anything. Like, and also I wanted to touch on your fitness journey too before we
Sure.
close anything up. But like, what I was just saying, because like I find I'm actually writing a book right now called Implementation versus Awareness. So it's like, what causes you to turn that crank of, hey, maybe this isn't working, switch to this, and then where do you find that inspiration?
So where it's most clear for me is in joke writing or being on stage telling jokes. Is like you'll be up there and I have this new bit I'm working on and I've been doing it now for like 2 or 3 weeks. But then there hits a certain point where you're like, yo, this joke is the same exact joke and I'm telling it the way I always told it, but it's not getting the same reaction. It's not hitting the same. And it's not that there's anything wrong with the joke, but it's just you personally are not telling it the same because you don't have that same allure for it. You know? And as soon as you know that is happening, it means it's okay, gotta move on with this. It's a good joke. I have it. I'm going to remember it. It's in my fucking thing. And then you don't use it for a couple of weeks and you work on new stuff and then you're doing your new stuff and there's something that hits in the audience and you're like, and I haven't used it in so long and it feels like brand new again and you're in love with it again.
The honeymoon stage.
Yes.
You literally chase the romantic feeling.
And with your jokes, it's you can have a million side bitches as each joke is a side bitch and you never have to have a girlfriend at the same time. You can just have a million side bitch and they're all cool with each other. Just fucking when you're tired, I'll call you in a couple weeks. And then there's a new one and you're like, oh man, I'm having so much fun right now, but after a couple weeks, I'm gonna go back. I'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Just once you're personally not having fun with it, and you know when that is.
Yep.
You know when that is.
You fucking do. That's the beautiful
Yes,
thing.
you can't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
You can try to, but you know what it is.
Are you excited or not?
Yes. And then I go through that all the time, right? And I'm like telling jokes and I'm like, fuck, I know. I wasted 5 sets continuing telling this joke when I knew I wasn't fucking feeling this joke.
So you have to care. You have to be
That's
invested.
sick.
Yeah, that's on you.
Do you want some booch?
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about bro, you've made such tremendous the fitness, the journey. I'm so, like, it's amazing to see, like, your overall health. How has that been? What's that journey been like for you?
Thank you,
What
man.
have you been doing?
It's been really good. Just before I hurt my back, I was in I would say the best shape I was ever in my life. It's where, like, for the first time in like the 4 years, my diet and my exercise were just fucking meeting perfectly.
The
And then-
intention lined up
yeah,
for both.
and then I was in the gym and I wasn't even lifting heavy. I was just doing a warm-up set of deadlifts and then I ripped my back apart. And since then I've probably been to the gym 3 times. I feel slowly like my schedule already feels way off and I hate it, so I'm excited to get back into it, but I don't know how long it's going to take, but I definitely need that. That was such a important part of my day, is waking up every morning and going to the gym. And now I've literally been fucking sleeping in. I used to get up at 6:40 every day to go to the gym for 8, and now I'm waking up at like 10, fucking 11, because
You
I'm
gotta heal.
not, but
You're
I'm
in
like,
your healing.
I've been waking up at noon, bro.
and
It's
then I'm
okay. I
like,
don't feel bad.
what the
Sleep,
fuck?
yo, sleep.
Accept it, and it helps heal though too.
I guess,
Yeah.
but fuck,
Yeah.
man, I feel so like, what am I? My schedule's so thrown off that I feel like I'm living in a fog right now. Like,
I do.
like what is
understand.
happening? I'm not doing comedy. I'm not fucking working out. I'm not doing anything really, and it's fucking sucks.
You're gonna,
But that's good,
you're gonna
though.
feel some good stuff though when you're
'Cause
back at that.
It's the universe
routine.
just asking you, like, hey, remember these great things you built? I'm going to tell you to take a break for them for a minute. And then when you get back, it's going to be like even
Yeah,
more
I hope so, man.
dopamine.
It's like
I know,
falling in
for
love
sure.
with the jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what it'll be.
Well, bless your back and the journey and your physical cells. Are you playing frequencies? I got to get you some frequencies.
What's
What?
frequencies?
I play action. Remember I said the frequency Jupiter's 888
Yeah,
hertz?
yeah.
Like literal hertz, like
Yeah, yeah.
HZ. And like there's
Oh,
one.
frequency music?
Yeah. Like literally, I know it sounds floofy,
No.
but if you have a Bluetooth speaker, just like put it on your couch as you're sitting there, and it helps repair and like help the DNA. You can
Is it
feel
shooting? Is it music or is it
It's
like
like
shooting
music.
frequency? Oh, it's just a vibration.
It's a
Yeah, it's
vibration.
Oh,
vibration.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And like that can be good. And like all sorts of oxidizing breath shit. You know about that? Have you tried any cold plunge shit?
I haven't.
Let's do it, bro.
I know.
You don't have to go to other shit.
Right now,
but these,
thinking about it, I'm like, oh, my back's seizing up just
No,
fucking
Yeah.
thinking about
it
but-
will though.
I
But
know.
and through that process,
Yeah, I know. It'll feel amazing.
then
Oh, yeah.
I know I'm being a
I
preachy
know.
fuck right now.
Dude.
We can just
Sorry.
go to the convenience store
And
and, get
ice.
some ice and come
We don't have
over.
to go to other shit. We can do it in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Just picturing my dick inverting inside of me.
Bro, I went to other shit and it was time to get out and I was still like, I'm gonna stay in. Like it was so fucking cold, but it's like men know what we're talking about. Actually, women do too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
And we're also gonna we get the pleasure of hearing your voice on a new journey on your new co-hosting
Yeah.
journey.
Fuck yeah. We Don't Smoke the Same podcast with E-Zone and Xavier.
That's rad, dude.
Yeah,
Congrats.
soon to Be Real Studios. It's going to be fucking dope.
Dude, that's
Fuck
so
yeah.
perfect. Yo, that dude is dope. He did I remember watching Be Real and then seeing him do like visit some burger shops and tacos and spots like
so
that.
he's the co-host of Be Real's podcast, Dr. Green Thumb podcast.
Yeah.
And he hosts a bunch of like internet shit like High and Hungry. They do a
High
bunch
and
of stuff.
Hungry. That's what I was
Oh,
watching.
yeah.
Yes.
But I'm
love
gonna
that. It's so perfect for you. That's
thank
like-
you.
yeah.
October 2nd, it's recorded live, so it's a live podcast. Wednesday mornings and Thursday evenings.
With an audience?
Live on the internet, so they're
Oh,
in the studio, but they got live listeners.
Sick.
A lot of Mexicans, happy to fucking
Yo, we love
talk
the
some shit
Mexicans.
about those guys. It's gonna be fun, and I'm trying to get Be Real on the podcast, so
Bro, for sure.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be dope.
Yo, Smokebox was so sick.
That's so sick. I know.
Yeah.
I
I got to sit in that car.
Did you really? That's so sick.
It's in the studio. Yeah, it's so sick.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I keep visualizing myself on an episode of Smokebox.
When I'm
Special.
there, I'm gonna be able to fucking book guests and shit. So
Bless.
holler at me when you're in LA. I'll get you on the podcast.
Bless, bro. I'm down.
Yeah, fuck
1,000%. Yo,
yeah.
sick. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm so excited for your journey, bro. Like,
Thanks,
you're
brother.
really serving the universe in the highest capacity that you can. Like, that's...
It's scary, you know,
Yeah.
but it's like that's where good shit happens when you're uncomfortable, right?
good shit happens
Mm-hmm.
when you're uncomfortable.
Also horrible shit, but also good shit too, you know.
Yeah.
But,
You might as well try.
Yeah, I personally don't want to be, even if comedy doesn't work out. Okay, I know it will. I
Yeah,
hope it
what does
will.
that even
I
mean?
put that, but let's
Yeah,
just
like
say
seriously.
that it doesn't, and I'm fucking open mic until I'm 60. At least I won't be able to say I didn't at my peak go out and try
Bro,
Yes.
that.
whatever
That's
my
what
peak is, my
drove me
current
to-
peak.
Yeah.
You know?
That's it.
Yep.
That's because, like, why not?
Yeah.
Like, you...
I have the means to go do it right now. I'm gonna go fucking at least
Do it.
try, bro.
do it.
So many people don't try. And I've
Yeah.
seen so many good comedians that are just like, I don't know. I want to give it a shot.
I feel you. Wasted talent breaks my heart.
Yeah.
That's both.
Yeah.
But then also there's going to be, like, what you're doing is, like, there's going to be people who look at you again and be like, oh, sick. I'll try that too.
Yeah, I hope so. That's sick. You know, yes. Which I used to find insulting, but it's also like, yo, yeah, I would love to
'Cause-
help people figure
Yeah.
it out.
There is this element, I feel you, of like Tom Segura had this bit. He's like, "Oh, he did it. I can do it." no, you can't. Like, you think you could do what I do? Can you do this? It's like, no, it's fine that, like, people want to attach. I feel you. That's
but it
fine.
is. But the thing is that's my own insecurities coming out again because it is anybody can do anything.
Yes,
you know,
but,
like I wasn't exceptional. I don't find I'm exceptionally funny or I'm exceptionally anything. You know,
but
you just fucking.
We're not
you
special.
just keep practicing at something, you get good at it.
That's true. Consistency. And, like, we're not special, but we are unique. So, and then there is this other side of the coin that's like, if you only knew that by you talking about yourself, like, hey, man, it's kind of scary, but I'm going to go ahead and follow my dreams to the next step. Like, there are people that are looking at you as the guiding North Star. Like, when he was saying, like, people can, like, maybe attempt it themselves or maybe
Or
even not.
even
And
a
they're just seeing,
small
like,
step.
someone, like, if you can't break the ceiling on Toronto, then fuck it. What are these guys gonna say? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's actually your job to pursue and be the biggest star. Like, I see you as, and you are. Like, you're just proceeding and it lights a path in the sky. And you're right. People are gonna kind of try to emulate that. Like, especially like catches and hooks. You know what I mean? Like, when it works out, that tipping point, that special thing that we're all kind of looking towards right now is the next step. And I think that's a tremendous service.
And I want it to. Like, one of the coolest things about traveling and doing comedy somewhere is when you see another guy from Toronto that you came up with. And you're like, oh, fuck, you're here too?
Serious.
Sick.
Serious, dude.
Look at us.
Exactly.
Look at us.
Like, you are in a camp, and there's classes you see. I see it as a musician coming out of Toronto as well. When you travel and you have that recognition of it's possible to climb those last couple stairs that a lot of people don't believe in themselves. Like, I feel like everyone has their own journey, but also, like, say Keith Pedro is out here, like, doing shows, and, like, you're doing shows, and, like, within the community of Toronto, the fact that you guys are getting those opportunities that you created for yourself, that's exciting because it makes it the breeding ground for that possible outcome.
But here's the reality of it. Everyone thinks
so hard.
Everyone thinks it's so sick. Like, it's cool. It's cool. Like, besides doing the podcast twice a week, for all of October so far, I have 3 gigs booked. You understand? That's the least amount of work I've ever had in a long time in doing comedy. And that's because I don't know anybody out there. I've been trying to I'm messaging everybody I can, trying to get on whatever shows I can, and very few people get back to you, you know?
Well, that's just LA.
And it's tough. And for, like, it's crazy to me. I'm going out there to pursue my dream, and I have 3 days of work booked. You know what I mean?
Right now, but I can guarantee you, once you touch down there, it just happens. LA is like that.
Yeah.
LA is like
Yeah,
that.
you'll
It's like
see.
like New York and Toronto even have a little bit more of, I feel like foresight and communication or whatever. Like, I see a lot of LA comedians like, tonight, like, show tonight. I'm like, that's not when you post a poster, homie.
Yeah.
Like, are you trying to sell tickets? No, you're trying to just do optics. And LA does operate a lot on optics, but like, it's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll
I
get
get
the ball
it.
rolling
It's just,
real quick.
It's just,
Yeah,
know,
bro,
it's
you're
the
hot.
most. That's why it's scary. It's like
don't
November,
know.
you
There's-
won't have any days off.
There's just uncertainty right now. Yeah, exactly. You'll be fully booked in November. Okay, sick. Well, I'm gonna get to DMing on your half too. Fucking with
That's what I
Jason.
like to
Rand-
hear.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Jason
Everybody out
Ranaboo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some people that we should
I wonder if
connect,
Michael
for sure.
Q. I got onto the Comedy Store through Craigslist, bro.
Oh,
circa
hell yeah.
2010.
Yeah.
Through Michael Q, who was on, like, Last Comic Standing America or something. This guy, he just, like, started a show at because the Comedy Store during 2010, like, was going through a lull. So a
Yeah.
lot of people could access and start their own nights there. And at first, it was like a buy 4 tickets
Yeah.
out of your own money kind of deal. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like pay to play. But then I could sell those
I
tickets
hope that's
like they said $20 on them. You bought them for 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he had a whole system. But then once you did that a couple times, and Mitzi saw you could get an invite to other shows. So it's like I played my way in, then met other bookers, and then, like, if you get good enough to get to the main stage and Mitzi saw you, and then, okay, I got a couple more invites back from, like, other people. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
So it's like, but unless you are there to fuck around, LA doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, but like when you're there, it's like Trust me, it's gonna go very well for you.
There's so many things. Like, my favorite thing to do on stage right now is to just go on stage and just fuck around. And
Yes.
I know I can't do that when I'm there because nobody knows who I am, so I don't have the right to just fuck around.
Ooh.
Right, so.
What? What do you mean? Talk about that. Tell me about that feeling.
Well, if you're up there
You
and
gotta
like,
prove yourself.
They don't
yeah,
trust
and like,
you yet.
yeah, like part of my thing is like when I fuck around, it's like, yeah, it's funny and whatever, but it's an overall vibe.
Yeah.
You know? So if you don't know who the fuck I am and you could tell I'm just fucking around, if it doesn't go extremely well,
Yeah.
they're gonna look at you like he's either not that funny or he doesn't care, you know? So my first little while there, I have to just, in my opinion, I think, just go out there, go fucking dig between my 13 years of telling jokes and find my best jokes and just fucking
Crush.
try to crush every night and not just try to fuck around and have fun.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know,
That's going to be a whole new boot camp.
yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah,
you know?
that'll be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's exciting. It's scary. It's fucking.
I
This
can't
is
wait to have
really
you on
good.
the podcast for a third time.
In LA too. That's so
fuck yeah.
sick, bro. Yeah, we'll
Fuck
definitely
yeah.
do that. Now my wheels are turning. This is really good because my wheels are turning of who I can connect you. I know Caitlin
Yeah.
used to do booking at the Laugh Factory too. She did their social media for a while.
Yeah.
I got to turn it for you so that when we're there with Win, I'll have that.
But that's,
Whatever.
yeah.
Whatever you guys.
You're such a
whatever.
good soldier to send ahead. Oh my God, make me look so good. You know when you like refer a homie in and they crush, you're like, yeah, that's the type of company I am.
That's true.
Brag-worthy network.
Oh yeah,
That's
let me know,
sick,
dude.
Fuck yeah, bless
Thank you
brother.
for making the time to come on this show
Thank you
before
guys
you
for
go.
having me, man. You guys rock,
Bro,
Yeah.
bless
Fuck
you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm very excited. You dropped gems. My heart feels full.
Fuck yeah.
That's you know, people always remember how you make them feel.
Yeah.
I fucking feel fantastic.
Yeah,
with
it's
Good.
possible that
Yeah.
you might change the entire energy in Los Angeles. It's possible that you might infuse so much kindness and heart into the scene in Los Angeles that this is a pivotal moment in history for Los Angeles comedy.
you. If they know what's good for them. Can we talk about your merch one time before we go?
Yeah.
I love it. Where is it available? How'd you decide to take that approach? And are you wearing the hat?
I'm wearing a guy
A
hat.
guy hat.
I used to say guy a lot, so I put it on T-shirts.
It's very funny.
Just guy, period.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's my merch. And then I have just the album title, Hi, I'm Nitty. Yeah, I just have it on T-shirts. Not fucking spent so much money on it. It's such good quality shirts and fucking things, and I'm literally giving it away for free to everybody. Whoever wants it. If you want a shirt, take it.
What?
Yeah, because they're sick. I'd rather people wear it than me sit on stock of.
I could tell it
billion
was high
shirts.
quality. I could tell by the
You have the
photos.
best
Yeah.
attitude in life.
Yeah, fuck, some people wearing it.
Can people buy it online if they want to support you?
Yeah, I just have to set up and figure out a way to do that.
Can they DM you right now on Instagram?
Yeah,
do you,
exactly.
Do you bring
Yeah,
it to
do
your
that.
shows?
Yeah, I try to.
you
I'm almost
go.
done. I have some shirts for you guys. But I got more coming in. I'm gonna keep doing it.
I'm gonna set you up a Square account, bro.
I have a Square account. I just like
Just send the link then.
yeah, but then I just start giving it away, and then it's like I can't charge you after you saw
Yes,
me
you
give away
can.
3.
Yes, you
No,
can.
no, it's not about charging people per se. It's like, but some folks may watch this, say, like in the States and be like, I want to support this guy.
Yeah, fuck
I'm not
yeah.
in proximity to get one for
Then
free.
reach out and I'll send you one.
You're the man, dude. What
But
the
you're paying
fuck?
for at least shipping.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You're fucking.
there's
Probably
shit.
a little extra.
You're an angel.
And
You
I
can
sell them
get
at
a
shows,
Venmo
you know.
now that
I
you're
put
in
them
the
out.
States?
It's pay what you want. Yeah, I gotta go do all that. I gotta get a fucking SIN number,
Yeah.
open bank account, do all that shit.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick your brain.
Yep. I gotta pick other people's brains so then I'll relay the information back to them.
If because you'll get the visa, so you can get the SSN. We're
Mm-hmm.
an American company now. We're an LLC.
What?
I don't know if that's
Undisciplined
something
stoners?
that.
What's
yes.
that? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
If they think it's weed, just say no. It's Stoners. It's our last name.
No, I made it something else. Stonario. No, it's I made it
We're an
different.
agency.
Yeah, we're a media agency.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that is not the name of this podcast, but the podcast is like one thing of it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's different ways to go about it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I love that, bro. I bless you on your journey. I'm
Thank
so
you.
grateful that
You guys as well. Fuck
Thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you. And I'm grateful we're a part of each other's, flowing in and out, and it's always refreshing and revitalizing to connect with you and talk about this journey that we're on.
yeah. Hell yeah. You
Yeah,
guys
man.
too, man. You guys are dope.
Thank you. Okay, we'll see you
All
soon.
right.
We'll see you next time. bless, subscribe, tell a friend, holler. Oh yeah, where can people find you online?
Nitty Sak, my website, nitishsakuja.com. Yeah, I don't know.
We'll put all that in the link
Yeah,
below.
my name is Nitish.
Yeah.
If you really want to find me, that's all the information you need.
Oh, that's sick.
You'll do the work. You'll do the fucking work,
Nitish
okay?
comedian. You will find him. Okay, love you guys. Bye. Subscribe.
Peace.
So good.
So good.
Welcome to Disciplined Stoners, the gateway drug to mindfulness. Look deeper.
To think that we started this podcast to fight a stigma, only to uncover so much love that we realized that you can't put your energy anywhere but what you want.
Look deeper.
And what we want is authentic conversation. What we want is quality medicine. What we enjoy is each other.
We get to learn from our guests. Manage the best. I would manifest this.
Part of the magic of the plant is how it uncovers what you've been hiding away.
So much love.
Look deeper. Feel more. Tune in.
So much love. Look deeper.
We're not here to be lazy.
Welcome to Disciplined Stoners,
We're not here to distract ourselves.
the gateway drug to mindfulness.
We're here to learn. We're here to grow.
You fat fucking loser, sit down. Sit down. Give it up for him. No, you're not touching the fucking money. You're getting roasted. You're getting fucking roasted. Just, Nitish, we love you. We have a whole lineup of people who are going to come up here and express themselves in their love language, making fun of you. Okay? Did you smoke enough weed? Yeah, Did you get little You guessed it. It's a woman.
Okay. Now, it was so fun.
Multiple, you know? Multiple. Might not be real.